Go.
Good morning.
I'll just punch all these buttons again, all right?
Yeah, you do that. Happy Monday. I was really interested to read this morning that Monday mornings are no longer a thing. We and our team have decided that we disagree with that completely. Monday mornings are definitely a thing because we work less over the weekend. And so on Monday, it's like all back at it and lots of meetings and lots of emails. However, we're going to pause from all that in order to have Elevenses. So...
Hang on, I'm nearly there.
Yeah.
I'm nearly there.
When Mark's finished punching things on his phone,
we
can introduce today's guest.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting because it's something a little different.
Yes, a little bit different. If normally we suggest you get a cup of tea and go somewhere quiet and watch these and get away from everybody for a little bit. But today, if you do have any children or anything like that, it's bring them along for today's one. So, drum roll again. Morning's guest is Mr. Salva Rey.
Hello.
Salva.
How are you?
Yeah, we're
I'm
good.
fine. I'm fine.
Yep. We should first of all say that what a terrible lie the Elevenses program is, because both you and us it's actually just gone 12.
What happened there?
And I should also tell you, an old friend of ours, Julian. Do you remember Julian from Japan? Whose wife appears on, what was the track that his wife did the speaking for?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. She appeared on Tokyo.
Yeah.
And he's tuning in, and of course he's making his dinner in wherever he is.
Of course he is.
Yes, because he complained that he got so involved in watching our show the other day that he burnt his fish.
Yeah. And then Stacey's from the Lexingtons in Australia.
She's in Australia. So we're properly international, but we should explain to people who don't know who Salva is.
Well, he can explain for himself.
Salva, would you like to introduce yourself for those people that don't know who you as a musician are?
Okay. Well, I am a member of the Pinkertones. In the early 2000s, we started to do electronic music, and we were kind of the first band that broke out of Barcelona and of our generation. And we toured a lot for many years, and then in 2012 we started to do a series of CD books for children and for families, which are called Rolf and Flor. They're bilingual, and you can read them from both sides. On the one side, you have the book in Spanish. Oh, this is, by the way, the third volume. Very, very English. And so this side reads in Spanish, and the other side reads the story in English, because Rolf, this guy here, is a kid from Barcelona, a half German kid from Barcelona. Guess who he's inspired in? With glasses and when before getting into the shower, my hair looks like this as well. So and this here is Flor, and she's a half Mexican girl from New York, and so it's a story about globalization, about that that there still can be some magic in times of globalization.
Yeah.
But all the songs you do in both versions, don't you? You do in Spanish and in English. Each book has a
CD of, two CDs or a whole CD of songs, and
exactly this. We record for every one of these books. We actually record 3 albums, because we also do the Catalan version, because that's.
Of course you do.
Of course we do. Yeah, it's not enough to do a double album. No, let's do 3 of those.
Triple.
Yeah.
you and Steppenwolf.
Yes, and Deep Purple. Yeah. So, anyways, we have a double edition. We have the Spanish English and the Catalan English versions, and then there's one CD inside the book. The last volume, the 4th volume, was Rolf and Flor in the Amazon, and appeared 2 years ago in 2018, and it still has a CD, but I wonder if the next one will actually have a CD in it. I mean, there's still lots of families here, at least here in Spain, lots of families, and especially for their kids, still are using CDs. It's
Well, we've still got a CD player in the car.
yeah.
So that's where I play CDs.
We've got an old car though.
Well, we bought a newer one, but I've still got a CD player.
Didn't buy a new enough car to get anything other than CD player.
It's just a car.
Okay, so then, but that's not the only thing you do. You're also involved in with Alex Borstein in a thing called the Amster Gang.
Yes.
Me and Bev were lucky enough to come to a show in Soho, didn't we? We came in,
in the Soho Theatre.
in the Soho Theatre.
Yeah, after a few years of doing very polite white shows for children and families, I got involved into this really filthy comedy act.
I was going to say, it's definitely not family friendly.
No. That Amster Gang is definitely not a family show. It is as opposed to a family show as it probably can be. And yeah, it's very filthy Jewish humor. And the thing is, Alex and I, we have a common friend, Eric, who is a bass player from San Francisco. And when she started to think about the possibility of spending some time of the year in Barcelona, when she landed in Barcelona, you may have heard of a comedian called Mazal. He's of a Persian origin, and he's a very big stand-up comedian in the US, and they are big friends with Alex. And so when she came to Barcelona, Maz told her, "Hey, you need to meet this guy Eric. He's hysterical, you know." And then Eric, they started a very nice a friendship, and then Eric said, "Alex, you need to meet Salva. He's an other idiot he would like to meet." and so, anyways, the thing is, it was Eric's birthday. It's just been like a year since his mom had died. It was a kind of a dark period he was getting out of, and without saying anything, he suddenly said, "Okay, what I want to do for my birthday is to spend a weekend with my two best friends in Amsterdam."
Okay.
And so he said that to Alex and to me. And so Alex and I actually met at the Barcelona airport before getting on a plane to spend a weekend together in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And after 4 hours of meeting, the three of us were just rolling on the streets of Amsterdam and having the biggest laughs I've ever had in my life. And after a couple of days, we thought, well, you know, we probably need to form a band or something. Typical mid-age crisis thing. And we ended up doing so. So for Hanukkah,
the show's selling out everywhere. It's incredibly successful. I mean, sold out 3 nights at the Soho Theatre. I think it was sold out in Dublin.
Yes.
But you were on tour when this all happened, weren't you?
Well, we did the London shows, and then we did some Irish shows. We did Dublin, Cork, and Galway. And those were all fantastic shows. Very, very, very nice. Dublin was hysterical. Was very, very funny. Galway too. Cork was okay. It was Corky. No, it was totally fine. It was, the only thing was that there was like a terrible storm coming in that night, and I don't know, the mood was different than the other. But anyways, it's selling out really well. And that was at the end of end of February so basically it was coming down to Barcelona. I mean, I left Ireland the day that Patient 1 was found in Ireland.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very tight. And then obviously the rest of the tour has been cancelled. That we were still supposed to do the Amsterdam show, which we were
Well, I
obviously
saw that one. Amsterdam were heading to Amsterdam, and then
yeah.
get to do it.
We're going to do Stockholm, Amsterdam, and then there was and the end of the tour was 2 nights in Tel Aviv, which was already sold out. The 2 nights. That would have been crazy. Like on Sefer, it was on the 10th and at the middle of their holiday. So yeah.
So an absence of music.
Well, I don't believe there's ever an absence of music in Salva's house.
No, I doubt it either. Have you come along to entertain us?
Here today, you want me to entertain you? Of course.
We would like you to entertain us, Salva.
I have a ukulele.
Okay, go for that. I mean,
Yeah.
bearing in mind the potential audience that might be out there, I'm going to guess go for slightly more Rolf and Floor or slightly more acceptable Amster Gang ones than the out and out rude Amster Gang ones.
Oh yeah. We're not going to go down the. Well, you saw the show. I mean, there is nothing in it that I could sing right now. Is there?
I think you have plenty of other things, Salva, that
Exactly.
would be better particularly for a morning. So
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll step out and leave you to it. We'll be back for a bigger chat at the end.
Okay. I was thinking, let's start with the Rolf and Floor song. This one is actually about the ukulele. It's called Ukulele. And I'll sing a bit in English and a bit in Spanish. Yo soy una guitarra pequeñita y me gusta viajar. Vengo de una isla muy lejana que se llama Hawái. Si pasas una sola tarde conmigo, me convertiré en tu mejor amigo. Me llaman ukelele y esta es mi canción. Ukelele, le, 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 le. Ukelele, le, le, le. Ukelele, 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 le, le, le. Ukelele, le, 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 le. Ukelele, le, le, le. Ukelele, 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 le, le, le. I'm a small guitar from an island called Hawaii. I really like to travel. Do you really want the reason why? If you spend the day with me, by nightfall best friends we will be. My name is Ukulele, why don't you sing it with me? Ukulele, le, 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 le. Ukulele, le, le, le. Ukulele, 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 le, le, le. Ukulele, le, 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 le. Ukulele, le, le, le. Ukulele, 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 le, le, le.
thank you.
I started whistling along very badly.
So, Salva, you're a massive advocate for the ukulele, aren't you? You teach it, you write about it, you play with it. What is it that for you makes a ukulele such a brilliant instrument for sharing with others?
Well, there's a series of reasons. The first reason is probably it's very easy to play. the thing, what frustrates many people when they start studying music or studying an instrument, especially start with the instrument, is that the mechanics of it usually catches up a lot of your energy, and that you don't put into actually enjoying the process of playing with the instrument. And the ukulele is you don't need a lot of strength in your fingers. It's very easy to create chords, also because the tuning it has. The tuning of the ukulele is actually it's not like a guitar. It goes from high to low on the first 3 strings, but the 4th string is high again, so it's da 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 da. You know, like encounters in the 3rd phase. It's a bit like the ukulele tuning, and so this actually relates. This is how the Baroque guitar was tuned too, with a thing called the re-entrant. So it gives you the chance to play a vast repertoire of many styles of music. And then the other factor, which I think is a key thing when you start, is that spending not very much money, you can put your hands on an instrument that's very decent. Bear in mind that the wood you need to construct a ukulele is more or less a 5th part of what you need to construct a guitar. So that is also the repercussion on the price. So let's say if you buy a €100 ukulele, you get the quality of what you would get buying a €500 guitar, which is quite a lot of money.
They come in all sorts of bright colors now, and they're sort of very pleasing, real instruments that sort of look a bit like toys for young children.
Yes, I mean, as in any instrument, and especially string instruments, there is a huge range of ukuleles. I have a great plastic ukulele that I love. It's that you can take to the beach and actually take into the water. It gets wet. It's like 40 quid. But obviously, if you want to go and play, you know, a suite by Bach, or you want to play some Baroque ukulele, that's not your instrument. If you want to strum. If we want to strum mana mana, that's your instrument, no?
Okay.
Or, I mean, whatever, depending on what you want to play with the instrument. So you have a range of ukuleles that go from 40 quid to, I don't know, 15,000 quid. It's this, you know, you can spend
15,000 quid ukulele.
Yeah.
It's been made out of.
And you've been doing a lot of teaching as well as doing your own music. You teach, don't you? Have you been able to move that online, or is it really something you need to do in person?
Well, actually, now I am moving online because my students are home and I'm home, so there's no way around it, and we're doing fine. We're doing fine, and I have not only kept doing the classes with the groups that I have. We have changed the dynamics now. What I do is I have on Mondays I used to teach every Monday afternoon to 3-4 different groups, one of children, one of parents, and one of what I call the masters, the ones who have been studying for 2-3 years, who already play like jazz standards and a little bossa nova and maybe a little classic piece, and you know, who are developing more their skills on the ukulele. And so what I'm doing now is I'm sending them every Monday afternoon very short videos, like 3-minute long, maybe 2 or 3 of them with a tutorial. And then they write back to me and ask me questions, and we have a phone call, or we have, you know, I work with them separately after that.
That's good.
I'm also doing Skype lessons.
I was going to say, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, you seem to be really active on Instagram. Is Instagram a good way to get in touch with you?
Absolutely, yeah. At Mr. Furia.
I'll drop that up. There's a whole bunch of addresses. Yeah. So basically, Rolf and Floor for the kids' books, the Team Amster Gang and Amster Gang. Is that right? Teamster Gang? Yes.
Oh, the Amster. Oh, there's an
The Amster Gang.
H missing. Yeah.
I'll change that. What is it?
Yeah.
But Mr. Furia is your one.
Mr.
Yeah?
Furia is mine. Yeah.
And then there's
Eric is the bass player of the Amster Gang, and Alex is Alex.
Alex is Alex. Who, in case people don't know who that is, that's does the voice of Lois in
Family Guy.
Family Guy, yeah.
And is very famously Emmy award-winning actor from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should get around to watching them.
Well, we watched some of it, haven't we?
If
But
we
yes,
ever stop
we've
working
got
for
some
10
to
minutes.
catch up with. Does Alex get recognised when you're out and about?
Yes, she does. Yes.
And does she like that?
She's pretty cool about it. I mean, if somebody stops her for a selfie, she will. I mean, she will. It doesn't happen that often because actually she's very short. and yeah, I mean, she's like 150. Or 53.
Too small to be known.
And she's very discreet. I mean, she is not nothing to do with. So the people who recognize her are the actual like hardcore fans.
Big fans, yeah. And she doesn't dress like Susie, does she? This is true.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a classic, no? Like they expect you to be your character in real life, and then I mean, for instance, Rachel Brosnahan is blonde.
Is she?
She is, yeah.
I've already seen her dark haired and everything.
And it's I mean, she's come to a couple of our shows, and she actually came to the first Amster Gang show we did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did. And most of the Mazal crew and team were there. It was really funny. And then we went for dinner, and she was blonde and was like so strange, you know, like
that's
you
so
have
weird.
internalized
So many things, and I don't think I've ever seen her blonde. So maybe that's how she separates her acting from her real life.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So have you got another song in you?
Oh yeah. I was thinking something that goes with the weather. I don't know about
I know
England.
what we're going to do.
Yeah, do you know what? It's actually it's gone down to just an absolute storm here instead of the sort of biblical flood that we were getting yesterday. So if you've got anything that features floods and people floating away, we should let you do that. Sorry, Bev.
We're going to step out, Salva. We're going to leave you to it.
Okay. Well, it's very obvious what I'm going to play now, right? It's a stormy day, awful weather, and we in Barcelona, we are definitely not used to this. So whenever it rains, we sing this. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm looking at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've got a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain, and I'm singing in the rain. Well, I'm singing, just singing in the rain.
Thank you for singing in the rain with us, Salva. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Anyway, the Davids.
Yes, that's us. Well, I don't know why it says the Davids. We should probably put your name up. What do you think?
No, it's fine.
It's just us.
It's fine.
Yeah, we think. Right, listen, well, lovely to see you. Salva.
Great to see you
Thanks for
too.
dropping in. And the Rolf and Floor books, anybody looking to teach their kids Spanish or teach them English or Catalan, can you get the Catalan ones in England?
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean,
well, in that case, we leans into camera. You should teach your kids to speak Catalan.
yeah.
That's what you should really do.
Because it's nice language.
It's a lovely, lovely language. Should we say goodbye in Catalan instead?
No, because that will confuse
That'll
people.
confuse everybody today. Listen, thanks for dropping in, Salva.
It was great to see you.
Petons de la familia.
Molts petons de tornada.
So, there you go. That was different again.
Yes. It's good to mix things up a bit.
Yeah. What have we got tomorrow? Oh, different again tomorrow.
Yes.
It's all different every day. Listen, thanks everybody for dropping in.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed our little musical interlude. A little bit of entertainment there in a slightly different way. Join us for Elevenses tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got to crack on with some phone calls and emails and stuff.
Straight into another conference call.
So,
The government have released their details on furloughing.
what fun.
Yeah. That's
Enjoy
another
Monday,
half hour of my
everybody.
life I'll never get back.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, other way around.
Oh,
Goodbye.
goodbye.